everybody, this is Bonnie with Bonnie's Creative Place, and I am here with our October online class, and this is card number 1, and we are doing the Ring of Nature with the Abundantly Beauty decorative mask. So I'm gonna call them mask. So anyways, and to let you know, when you order this, these used to be sold as a bundle in the old catalog. Then they went back into the current catalog, and when they do that, they separate them. So this is a stamp now, just as a stamp, and this is the bundle, the dies and the embossing folder, and you can order this, you can find this in the embossing section in the main catalog. I will put the page number on here because I don't have it right now, but I will definitely remember to do that when I'm editing the video. So yeah, let's get started on this class. Okay, now this is a technique that I forgot about. I forgot that we could even do it. You know how like you do things for years and years and years, and then all of a sudden you don't do it anymore, and then boom, someone else brings it back. I mean, it's all over the internet, and I just totally forgot about it. So I was like, ooh, when I do this class, I want to do it to bring it back to my customers and viewers so they can remember and get more mileage out of their decorative mask. So we are going to dry emboss this. I hope the camera's picking it up. It's just like an embossing folder, and it's going to be dry embossed. So isn't that cool? I'm really excited to show you how I did this. So for the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get the embossing folder out. You need a little technique on for your setup. So you need platform 1, platform 2. I think it works best with some fairly flat and new mats. It does work with the other ones, but this is just my opinion. So then platform 3, you're going to need a silicone mat. Stampin' Up! Has silicone mats, so you're going to need a silicone mat. Then, oops, I forgot the piece of paper we're going to emboss. The embossing paper, and then your mask. And then I am just going to put this down just like this. I put a little tape on mine because it will move. And another thing it will do, it will also flatten your paper more, like stretch your paper. So try when we get ready to see if this is going to go on to the pool party, I will measure it again to make sure that it fits. So right now this would definitely fit, but it may be too long, too wide, a little bit, depending upon when it goes through the machine. Now you're going to run this through at least 2 times. You might want to do it 3, but you have to at least do it 2 times. And now you guys would crank it through your regular embossing machine. I'm going to run it through my electric one. Remember how I had it all completely centered on there? Well, this is, but if you can see it through, it did move. Do you see my paper where it is now compared to where it was? Now you could have done it a 3rd time, but it really, I don't know if the camera, see, it picks it right. It's picking it up, yeah. It really did emboss it just like that. So that's what you have to do for dry embossing with stencils or any type of thing like this. You don't have to tape it. I've seen them do it without taping it, but I don't know. I feel like I had a little bit, and maybe because of my machine. Maybe you won't have to do that in the crank one because I didn't try that. So yeah, we'll just set this off to the side now. And then we are going to go ahead and we're going to measure this up to this piece of paper. Now it fits perfect. Now I thought I was going to have to trim it. When I did this one, that's why there's a little bit bigger border. It stretched it a little bit. So just check it with your paper. And if you have to trim it or, you know, whatever, then do that before you go ahead and do anything else to it. Now for this card, I'm going to take some Pretty Peacock, and I'm always so nervous when I do this because it's a dark color and I want it very light on here. So I'm going to dab it onto the paper. I am going to like sponge off a little bit. I'm going to start over here in the corner and I'm just lightly going over these. Now, I want to tell you, there's a couple things you could do. You could put the stencil back over top of this and stencil it again. You could, you know, just do what I'm doing, just sponge the outside. You could leave it white, just like it is, or you can sponge over top of these, as I'm doing, to make them pop a little bit. I didn't want them so dark that I like doing this because I think it just outlines them, but keeps them almost snowflakey. Do you know what I'm saying? Like crystally? I don't even know how to explain what I'm saying, but this is, I wanted it very soft, but yet I wanted the snowflakes to pop off the page. So I'm doing it very lightly, trying to hit every one, trying to go around like the centers of them so that they pop a little bit. And I think that looks wonderful. So that's all I did. I'll bring it up to the camera so you could see it a little bit better. But it's just like you bought an embossing folder, so you can get more mileage for your bang for your buck, as they say. Now, this is a thin stencil or thin tip on my glue gun, so I'm just going to, when I do anything embossing, even when I'm using an embossing folder, I end up going and putting this down like this. And then I'm going to add this right to here, just like so. Okay. And now we are going to be doing some stamping. So first thing I need, I got to get out some colors because I forgot. We need Real Red, Pretty Peacock, and Pool Party. Okay. So we got all our colors. Then you have two pieces in your kit. This one's for, this thinner one is for your Merry Christmas. So that one we'll do in a minute. This one is for our stamping right here. So we're going to take this piece and I am going to use the Pretty Peacock first. And I'm going to take this leaf, it's like a trio leaf, and I'm just going to stamp this around on my card. Ooh, I thought that slid. It slid a little bit, but I thought it like really smeared my page. I think I did like 3 on here. Kind of like that. Okay. Then I am going to take this next one, and they're not going to be the same because it all depends on where you put your colors when you do them. So if you put what do I want to say, more colors than, you know, where if you put it up a little farther, then it's not going to be exactly in the same spot as your first one, which that's one thing I love about stamping. Every card is unique. So then I'm going to take and I'm going to stamp some berries. So here I'm going to stamp some going that way. And then I got some in here, but I don't know. I put the, we'll squeeze them in here. We'll squeeze them in. We'll figure out where we're going to put them all. Put some in this way, and then we'll add a couple right here. Put some right here. Yeah. Let's see, where else do I want one? I think I want one going up like this. Yeah. All right, I think that looks good. So we're done with the red. Then we're going to grab the Pool Party. And we're going to clean off this stamp from the Pretty Peacock. and we're going to stamp this leaf again. Sometimes I stamped right near the one that I had just, and you know, it lightens up. It doesn't look, you're like, wow, the blue, it will lighten up, and I really like that. That's one thing I like about this pool party. You know, I'm going to put one in there. I'm going to put one coming out of here. Where else? We could probably put one right here. There. I think that looks good. So we are done with the pool party. Put that over here. Then we're going to come back in with the Pretty Peacock again, very lightly. I think on my first card I got a little bit heavy-handed, and I said, well, we'll go with it. So that's what I'm saying. Kind of lightly, but go in on the card. Very light. I'm just trying to be ever so lightly. Okay, so that's what I did there. Now we're going to go ahead, and you have another small piece of the pool party, and it fits just right on there, just like that. So we're going to do that. We're going to take some of the silver decorative ribbon, and we're going to just put a piece of snail on the back, and we're just going to wrap this around. I think I did it 2 times. I did. I wrapped it around 2 times, or 3. No, I did it 3 times, so I got to make sure I get it on the edge. And then wrap it around about 3 times. I still don't have it on the edge. I didn't cut myself a big enough piece. Okay, make sure you have just a tiny bit of this back here. There we go. I think this will do it. Oh, goodness gracious. Keep dropping it off the edge. I think I don't have any tape there, that's why. Guess I should have put my readers on. Okay, now we're going to tape it around. Back around, there we go, 3 times around. Better make sure I give you guys enough. There we go. All right, so now we're 3 times around it, just kind of like that. 2 or 3 times is fine. All right, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put some Stampin' Dimensionals, and I'm going to kind of use up some of this extra, because why not? Let's not let anything go to waste here. So we're going to put all this on here. There we go. Then we're going to bring in this, and we're going to peel this off. Just like so. And we're going to put this right down. I kind of wanted the bigger snowflakes, as much of them as they could showing over here, so that's what I did. I'm going to put that down. Oh, and then we got to do our Merry Christmas and the Pretty Peacock. Everybody's coming home. If you've heard the doors opening and shutting, all my kids, one's leaving to go to work, one's coming home from school, and I'm not done with my videos. So they're all peeking in on me, so that's why you keep hearing the door open and shutting. Where's Mom? You know how the kids are when they come home. Where's Mom? And I love it. Mm-hmm. Okay. And now I am just going to put this across here, but we need a little tiny sliver of some adhesive over here on the end. So I'm going to use this piece. Oops, I thought I cut it, but I didn't. Just cutting a little sliver off the end of that. I'll make sure I got the right side. Yep, it goes on the Christmas side. And we're doing this because on this side we stamped that up. We put it up with dimensionals, and so that it will be the same height, you want to do that. Okay, then we'll stick this, well, it's going to cover up a little bit of that snowflake, that big one, but I don't want it too far up. I probably didn't think about it. I should have put my ribbon up a little bit higher there. Now, here they are. And then we are going to take a pokey tool. These are some of those, like, they look like flat sequences, but they're not a sequence. So, and they got glitter on them, and they're just absolutely gorgeous. I really, really like them. I put one there. And that is how I made card number 1. And I'll be back with card number 2. Thanks for stopping by, everybody.